Welcome to the SportsCon here on YouTube. I'm your host Daniel with your top sports stories. As part of a story in this week's Sports Illustrated, NBA center Jason Collins has announced that he is gay. He is the first active athlete in any of the four major North American sports to come out. In part of the story for Sports Illustrated, Collins writes, "I didn't set out to be the first openly gay athlete playing in a major American team sport. But since I am, I'm happy to start the conversation. I wish I wasn't the kid in the classroom raising his hand and saying, 'I'm different.' If I had it my way, someone else would have already done this. Nobody has, which is why I'm raising my hand." The 34-year-old center has already received a large amount of support from fellow athletes both within the NBA and out, like Kobe Bryant of the Lakers and Michael Strahan, a retired football player. He also received the support of NBA Commissioner David Stern and those outside of the sports world, like President Obama. I myself do offer my support to Jason Collins as well, and do commend him for his courage. Collins' announcement that he is gay affects more than just the sports world and the views within that culture, though it certainly will have a large impact there. It also has a large impact on the LGBT community and public views on gay rights and gay marriage. Now, even though he is the first active player in the four major North American sports to announce that he's gay, Jason Collins doesn't have an NBA team for the 2013-14 season, as he will become a free agent this offseason. Collins has been on 6 teams during his 12-year career, last playing for the Washington Wizards. He's not the best player on the court, but he does seem good enough to come off the bench and contribute. I would like to think that Jason would be able to find a place to play next year. He seems like a good enough player to find a spot on a roster, and I think the country is more accepting of the LGBT community that it won't really be an issue. But if Collins is a free agent by the time November rolls around, the thought that him being gay had something to do with it will certainly cross people's minds. The other big story from yesterday, somehow, was Tim Tebow being released by the New York Jets. Tebow spent 1 season with the Jets after John Elway traded His Holiness to New York after getting Peyton Manning from the Colts. Tebow never started for the Jets, coming in for sporadic plays throughout 2012 and ultimately used for, nothing. I know that he can't throw and that he had no future with the Jets anyway, but I can't help but feel bad for the guy. He gets criticized, justifiably, for his shaky throwing skills, at best, and basically gets forced to the back page despite the fact that he had helped turn around the Broncos in 2011 and even won a playoff game, against the Steelers no less. Yes, it didn't make any sense when it was happening, but a win was a win, no matter who was on the field for it. Can Tebow ever be good enough to lead a team to the Super Bowl? Probably not. Can Tebow ever be good enough to be a franchise quarterback? Again, probably not. But I will say this. Many said the read option couldn't work in the NFL, and then 2012 came along and proved that was wrong. Well, at least so far. With the Redskins and the Niners using it to win football games. And the Niners getting to the Super Bowl, by the way. Who's to say that Tebow can't run that style of play in the NFL one day? Yes, he needs to improve his throwing mechanics, and there is word that he is in fact doing so, but I wouldn't count Tebow out. We have seen some unbelievable stuff in the NFL in recent years, and it's because of that is why I'm saying probably not, instead of just no. To follow those who don't believe winning comes first, follow them on Twitter at NYJets and also at Denver Broncos. To follow those who believe in winning any way possible, just follow any other professional sports franchise or pro athlete that has a Twitter account, and also myself on Twitter at thesportsconsf. You can also follow me at thesportscon.blogspot.com. I'm Daniel speaking for the late Al Davis, just win baby, and goodbye.